and the ancestors are looking out for us. God Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown letter.
Young TV. Come on in. Cause I'll be chiefing while I'm waiting on y'all to come on in. I don't know if I'm gonna let anybody in because it look like this is taking a little longer. So the sister sent me the invite. It say that it's adding, but it's not letting in the room. Say connection failed. Anybody else want to come up? Open Q&A. That's what you want to know. Send me a request. Lady, I'm trying to let you in, sweetie, but it ain't. The last one said that. I don't think it's gonna let nobody come up. Rich Blair. I'm trying to let you in. Okay, okay. Look like might have a fire here. Can you hear me? I say he's joining, but I don't see him. Oh, didn't he drop? Request. Nicole Randall, author of which book? Maybe the guy. It sounds like you already know about the Haitian Empire and Dessalines. Nicole Randall, which author, which book? Oh, Atlas Shrugged. Mhm. Atlas Shrugged is my favorite. Well, if you're talking about the Khalil Gibran, when I was talking about Khalil Gibran, I said my favorite was the story called Satan. I was in it was in the anthology book. Got a lot of his stuff in it. Some like the um, collected writings of Khalil Gibran or something like that. Let me see if I can find the book. One second. Hold on. So it'd be the collected works of Khalil Gibran. I have a lot of stories in it. I mean, it's not very clear on here. Camera might be over. A lot of people like the Prophet by Khalil Gibran. It's good, but it's not my favorite story by him. You know, the collected works. The one I got is have a yellow dust cover on it. That's the one I was looking for. Yeah, I love reading his stuff. Also, author Og Mandino. My favorite from him was The Return of the Rag Picker. Then who else I like? Most of the stuff I would read would be information science book. Oh, The Brain, The Final Frontier by Richard Restak, I think, MD. Natty, I'm trying to let you in again, sweetie. See what it do. But if it don't let nobody in, I'm not gonna say this video. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look like
Elder.
Houston. We look like what?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Pete. I can hear you. Can you hear
I
me?
can I can hear you. I can't see you.
Yeah, I can see myself, but I can hear you, but they got your screen blanked out.
Mm-hmm. I'm finna look at it on my other phone.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
I
was
can see
checking
you
back
on.
in with you, man. It's been like 2 years since we got a chance to chop it up again. Last time we talked, and I was doing what you was telling me about the finish line in Florida, and I had went down there. You were telling me to check in with my sister, my older sister, and
Mm.
I did that. 'Cause me and my wife was in Melbourne at the time, and I never did get was in Melbourne. I heard her link up with her, but we never did link up, and I don't know what the reason was. I know she had a lot going on. I kind of, you know, summed it up as that. But I was just checking back in. Let you know we having our reunion next month on my mama's side, and my aunt, my grandma's sister, she gonna be the grand marshal in the parade. So I was just trying to get some insight on the grand marshal, like what's the purpose of that?
It depends on what kind of marshal she is. You have them in some of the lodges have marshals. It's a lodge ranking system, but it's also a military ranking system in one regard, and law enforcement in another. So it depends on what kind of marshal she
Gotcha.
is to determine what her function is. You understand?
I gotcha. Yes, sir. Yeah. Because the thing for this year is the boots on the ground, and I know it's a meaning behind it. And the other night I was listening to the song on the radio, and it just really hit me. You know what I'm saying? So ever since then, I've been home blasting it on a Bluetooth speaker in here in the living room, and me and my wife we just been vibing out, and it was like a serene type feeling though. You know what I mean? And I knew it was something spiritual, but I just didn't know what. You know what I'm saying? In that moment.
So you have a spiritual experience. Is what you look for. If it feel real good, something real good gonna happen. If it feel drab and dreary,
Hmm.
then that's the one to tell you you got to straighten something up before something go off
Yeah.
course. But sometimes you can't do nothing about it. You just have to ride the wave. And spirit will let you know either way.
Yeah.
Even if you can't do nothing about it, the spirit will let you know it's coming.
Right. 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 Yeah, I've been excited all year about the reunion because last year I didn't even get a chance to make it. And on my dad, we having our reunion on in July for that. But I was touching on we were talking a while back. I was telling you about my granddaddy, right? My
Hmm.
dad, he fought in World War II, and he was over there in Japan, and he was telling me it could it was something along the lines with the ISIS tribe, with the tribe of ISIS. I was just trying to get more clarity on like because you also telling me on my dad, like my dad and mama, her last name a major, and you was telling me that's a military rank. And
Hmm.
I just been doing my due diligence on that too. And I also remember
It's
you was
also
telling me
a
on my
rank in the
mother-in-law's
marching
side.
band too.
Mm-hmm.
Major
What that
is
now?
also it's also a rank in the marching band, right?
Yeah,
You had a band
so I got.
major, the lead, you
Uh,
had a drum major, so you also have a majors as a rank in marching bands.
yes, sir. And then like right now, man, I got my first cousin locked up. Man, he been locked up. Last time I seen him was I was 17. It's my uncle's son, my dad's brother, and they got him down there in Orlando right now, man. But his mom was originally from California though, so I felt like she could have been a part of that trial over there in Cali, but cause they gave him over 740 years, he's fighting it right now, and they'll prove me to go see him and everything, and I just know he a political prisoner though. They were trying to say he was a leader of 6 gangs type deal. And we've been battling with that with our family man trying to get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he got diabetes, so his health ain't in the best shape right now. So that's one of the reasons for that. Yep.
Yeah. Well, you starting to come more into your own about how your family interaction gonna be. So it's giving you more self control in the end because when you able to take charge of a part, your part of the work, and be good at it and be effective at it, and influence everybody else to want to do their part the same effectiveness.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so you become the example.
Yeah. That's what I've been trying to do, man. Just to show people where I'm at. Like, it took a while though, because I was doing my shadow work. I started my shadow work like 2022, 2023, and I'm still on the learning curve. You know what I mean? I acknowledge that because there's so much to learn. There's so much I had to unlearn to relearn to be able to put two and two together. You know what I mean? It's a lot of stuff that I've been noticing ever since I was 5 years old. But back in them times, man, you was made to shut up and be quiet. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like if you knew too much. So like it put me in a position where it made me feel like I had to dim my light just to, what I'm saying, not strike a nerve in people or to get punished for something that just because I know or aware of at that time. And it was hard coming from a small town where I come from. I come from Boston, Georgia, so a lot of people don't know about like these small town areas and a lot of stuff that we have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I've been reading up on everything you shared with me. Been on your videos, just trying to educate myself out of ignorance, basically. You know what I'm saying? So like that's where I'm at with it. But me, I'm the type of person that I always like to stay sharp. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people always say I'm militant and stuff. Like my wife, she hit me with that a lot, and she opened my eyes up to a lot though. And like I say, I still like you told me a while back when the speaker speak, you gotta listen. And at times, I struggle with that, but not like I still know that I have to, what I'm saying, take heed to what she tell me. You know what I'm saying? So like that's where I'm at with
All
that
it
too.
is real simple. Don't let your male bravado disregard her feminine psychic ability.
Yes,
You gotta
sir.
always take that into account when you dealing with your counterpart, because y'all supposed to be there to help each other and balance each other out. You ain't supposed to be there to fight each other. If that's the case, you might as well go and hit the block.
I can't do that, man. I'm chips all in with me, and you know what I mean. Like me and her, we came back around the full circle because we met back in 2010, 2011. So you know, we got married in 2019, and actually her birthday on the 24th. We going to her mom's birthday 2 days after that, and then my daughter graduates tomorrow, high school. My oldest daughter. So like feel I feel good, man.
So
I'm off for the next 4 days, so I'm gonna
check this
enjoy
out.
it.
Somebody in the question, Brother Richard Blair, say, where do you find the history on Veterans Day? He said he had the same premonition, but he wanted. I'm gonna show you how they tell us.
Okay.
This is a uh, article, and you get to. I don't know if you can see it. But
I can't see you right
no,
now, but I know I'll probably be able to look at it
I'm looking on
afterwards.
my camera and I'm seeing it as blurry. So let me read. They said the following is list of observances typically covered by the Census Bureau facts for feature series. But when you get to Veterans Day, it started out American Indian / Alaskan Native Heritage Month, November. Then it's a Veteran Days. Now this is supposed to be about the question that I asked was what November 11th was what Native American Day, and this is the Native American holiday search, and it's giving it as Memorial Day. And then when you look at what was Memorial Day for, um, to remember the fallen in combat, so it became a national holiday, Veterans Day, not Memorial Day, Veterans Day. Veterans Day is for all of the warriors that went off to fight in wars. This was long before there was a United States. That's what the tribes did. And that's why, like, when I look over here on the, just on the search, I type November 11th, Native American Day. And then you scroll down and say November 11th. This was under National Native American Heritage Month. November 11th, Veterans Day. American Indians and Alaska Natives answer the call of duty and defend our nation's precious liberties at one of the highest. You know, when I go in there, I can't find where I was at on that. But it said, welcome to the Native American Heritage Month at the Department of the Interior. National Native American Heritage Month is celebrated each year in November. It is a time to celebrate the traditions, languages, and stories of Native American and Alaskan Native communities and ensure the rich histories and contributions continue to thrive with each passing generation. This November and every month, we celebrate the culture and heritage of these remarkable Americans who deeply enrich the quality and character of our nation. We celebrate Indian country with its remarkable diversity of American, Indian, and Alaska Native cultures and peoples while remembering and honoring our veterans who have sacrificed so much to defend our nation. Right. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so here's a no, that's membership information. So our theme is weaving together our past, present, and future. We will focus on the failed policies of the past with a focus on the federal Indian boarding schools moving to the present and work being done to address the integration trauma Native people still face, intergenerational trauma. In partnership with the National Endowment for the Humanities and the Smithsonian Institution, we'll work. So that's just um, like recruitment information. But as you scroll down, there's different recognitions of November 11th, Veterans Day, as a day to remember soldiers who fought in wars. That's always been in the culture, right? They didn't
Yeah.
have nothing to remember fallen comrades in Europe, in Africa. Africa only recognized key individuals. They didn't have mass recognition ceremonies like we had. That was a primary difference in our culture because the sum total body of the tribes in Africa is culminated in that one persona of that historical figure. So it's like the whole tribe is that one person. Where over here, we recognize the tribal elders and the youth coming from the elders have to go through a growth process. And some of them sometimes had to go squabble up. And when they went squabbled up, they came home to different kind of celebrations. We there's not a whole lot of history of post combat celebrations like we had until they encountered our culture. Everything we did was a celebration when it was over with. If we had a flood and we cleaned up after the flood got cleaned up, and when everybody was back into living, we had a party. If we had a landslide and the mud rolled into town and ran us all out the village, we got done. If we decided to clean it up, so most of the time we didn't, but if we decided to clean it up close to the end, somebody's starting a bonfire, somebody finna have a cookout. Call in the Pitmans because we finna do some grilling tonight,
Yeah, I
right?
got
So
a cousin last name Pittman.
that was what they was called Pitman for. The Pitman used to be
Yep,
barbecue specialists, and it was
yep.
like a group of families that had the top ranked pitmaster. They would call them the Pitmen, the Pitmans. They was always cooking for the big mamas in the South. They had cook-offs. That's where all of that. They got a bison recipe cook-off contest in the Southwest. They have every couple of years or so, but that used to be the cook-off. That's where it came from. It was just in the culture. They telling us we don't got no culture, but they taking our culture and then they monetizing it, and they living off our culture on our land while we don't got no culture and no land. But we ain't
Yeah,
supposed to know that.
it's funny you say that though, because back in like 2015 we had a cook off. But my dad, he was the man when it came to the grill, and I took upon it too. But see, I don't eat meat no more. You know what I mean? I started eating meat in 2016. So this month right here made 9 years for that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I did it like for spiritual purposes, and like I got shot and stuff. I got this rod in my leg, so I ain't want too much weight on me. So that was the purpose of me doing that. You know what I mean? Because when you ain't got no money and no insurance, then people don't want to see you. So I had to, do a lot of self care. That's where that came from.
You tend to be healthier longer when you focus on your health care. And then the health care of your child, when you teach them how to take care of themselves, most of them won't never need a doctor. But you got to let them know that that's what you're doing. You ain't just, because a lot of the parenting style comes from being occupied and under dictatorial rule. So it became part of a household way of living where the grown folks dictate to the children with no response expected. Where in our culture, in our original culture, we expect the child to speak up if he feel like he being done wrong and explain why. But under the foreign culture, we tell them to shut the fuck up and sit down.
Yep. And see, that's what we dealt with a lot in these small towns. Like, we was made like we weren't supposed to have no opinion. Because I was a
Mm-hmm.
kid coming out of a small country town, and I moved. My mom got remarried, so we moved to Atlanta back in 1997. You know what I mean? And that was a huge transition for me because I used to have to ride the bus and the train to the school. That's how I learned my way around the city. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
I observed a lot of different stuff, and like it took a while for me to get adjusted. You know what I mean? But I ended up coming back home when I was 14, and that's when I left my mom's house when I was 14, and you know, ain't been back ever since. And I still, it was for my own reasons. I just felt like, as long as she was married to my stepdad at the time, as long as she happy, I'm cool. I can go back home and get to know my dad a whole lot better, which I did. You know what I'm saying? And me and my pops, we had a beautiful relationship, man. I miss him. You know what I'm saying? He passed away in 2018, but a lot of stuff that he told me, through conversation over time, it stuck. So I do my level best to apply that. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, at times and moments, I still do struggle, and that's the whole purpose of life, though. That's why I'm on this learning curve, because I'm always willing to learn. I'm always willing to take it to the next level because that's what we have to do as a collective. You know what I mean? Just I hate a lot of us don't be on the same page sometimes. To see what the bigger goal is. You know what I mean? And I feel like
Yeah.
we getting there. You know what I
Everybody,
mean? But
we can't all
still a
be on the
process.
same page. We can't all be on the same page. The best we can
Heard
hope
on
for
that.
is to be in the same book because everybody accelerate at different speed. This
Mm,
is you can't take process out of the process.
true.
We'll eventually get to the end of the book as long as we in the same book. We ain't got to be in the
That
same
makes sense.
chapter. The influence of the ones who went through the book already gonna make the other ones get through the book easier and faster.
You know, so true. But, hey, Elder, I just want to check in with you, just to catch up with you since the last time we chopped it up. I just want to
Sure,
show
for
my
sure.
gratitude. I just want to get an opportunity for everybody else to check in with you as well. But ain't nothing but love, and hopefully we can get back to it, man, when you free it up again.
For sure, man. We'll talk again.
And
It's just the
football.
beginning.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
sir.
All
Yes,
right, man.
sir.
I'm
Yes, sir.
gonna see if I can let somebody else up.
All right, 10-4. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Okay. Who else is in there? Anybody else want to come up? Got a question? Shell? I know you see me. I know you see me put you on camera, Michelle. Uh-uh. Okay. Let me see. The bad guy Curry.